Hey, you want to snuggle? You're gonna sit down. Hi, Jade. Jade, do you want to snuggle? No one wants to snuggle with me? That dog has been crying and whining for like an hour while I was in the shower, while I was drying my hair. I was like, okay, here I am. Do you want something? No, she just laid down like 7 feet from me. Anyway, hello, how are you? It's me. Maybe she'll come over now. Yeah? You gonna snuggle with me now? Oh, what a good girl. What a good girl. Okay. It's been a week. I'm so annoyed that I couldn't do a video for you guys last week. But it is Saturday now, the 14th. And last Saturday, I was in bed with a fever. I was all achy and gross. It was bad. And so, yeah, obviously, we didn't do any writing. I certainly was not putting a camera in my face. And I was just, focused on regaining my health. I don't know if this was a good idea or not. Thank you. Here you go. Woo. Yeah, so last weekend was a total wash in terms of any kind of productivity, which was fine. I got sick. What are you going to do? So I just was trying to get better. And then the annoying thing was, like, the fever went away. I wasn't achy anymore. I didn't really have a whole lot of congestion, but I was super dizzy and lightheaded for like 3 days. It was frustrating because I was like, I feel fine aside from I can't like look at a screen for all that long. So anyway, it was really a wash of a week. I haven't done anything for a week now, which is, I'm annoyed. So the name of the game today is just getting back on track. We're just trying to get back on track at this point. I need to just open up the document again, look at where I was, look at what I need to do, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm not trying today. I'm trying really hard not to be like, come on, you got to get in there and like catch up. We're not in catch up mode. Okay? That's not what's happening. We're just going to get back on track and get back to it. You know what I mean? That's what I'm going to do today. I was in the middle of going through the first draft and just taking notes on each chapter / scene about things to change. I don't even remember how far I had gotten. I don't think I'd made it to the halfway point yet. I was getting to the halfway point. We'll see how far we can get today with that. We did have an exciting development with this little girl this week. If you watched my goals video, I mentioned we had an appointment for her with a specialist in March. We got a call, literally like the day I was starting to get sick, we got a call saying that they had had a cancellation and they offered us a spot earlier this week, which I took. So on Thursday this past week, the 12th, we went all the way down to this office, like an hour from our house. The specialist is a veterinary behaviorist. So this woman is like a full veterinarian, and she has a special degree in like animal behavior. She's basically like a dog psychologist, which is really cool. So anyway, the appointment was amazing. It was so good, and we learned so much stuff. It was a little overwhelming, like just the amount of information they were giving us and like the amount of stuff that they want us to start implementing at home. So we're starting to do all this extra stuff for her in terms of like, it's basically like behavior modification, but also like our behavior and like how we interact with her. We're changing stuff about her diet. We're changing the medication she's on. So we're doing a lot of stuff, a lot of changes. But I came away from the meeting feeling very confident and hopeful that we are on a path to success. So that was all very good. She actually did great during the appointment. So that was fantastic. They loved her. She was super cute. She wasn't a little gremlin girl while she was there, so that was good. The other plan for the weekend, aside from writing, is to get my life in order, because and my husband was sick too. That's how I got sick. He got sick first, and then I got sick. And so our house is just a disaster zone. Like, the kitchen is a wreck, the living room is a wreck, our bedroom is a wreck. Like, everything is just a mess. So, not today, but later this weekend, we're gonna collaborate on cleaning this freaking house, because it's just, everything is everywhere. I am going to go into my office now and actually pull up the stuff and get to work. So let's go. I have pulled up my document. Step 1 completed. We're already making progress, so that's fantastic. It looks like I am on scene 16 of 34. Do I remember what is happening in scene 16? No, I do not. I think what I'm going to do is maybe go back to the previous scene, because it looks like I'd already started working on this one. I don't even know. I'm going to go back to the previous one, just sort of read over it, remind myself of like where I am within the story, and then hopefully get going on taking more notes on what needs to be changed. We are getting to that middle portion where I know there's going to need to be like probably some significant changes. My progress at this point might start to slow down compared to like the first portion of the story that I went through. The first, like I've said in, I think, the previous 2 vlogs, the first portion of the book I think is pretty solid in terms of just like the plot making sense. So yeah, but the second half, I think there's more work that needs to be done. So anyway, let's review this past couple scenes and then we'll get going. All right, I've gotten through a couple scenes and I'm deep into that sort of like mystery section in the middle, and like just doesn't, it does not work. There's too many like, wait, why would they have done it this way? Like it doesn't make sense. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna need to rework the whole section. So I'm not actually putting too much time and effort into like taking really specific notes, because I feel like the whole thing is gonna change. So it doesn't matter why a character did something a certain way, because I'm gonna change it, you know? I don't know what I'm gonna change it to, but that's a problem for future me to figure out. It's like it almost works, but not quite. That's the progress so far, is we need to rework the mystery section, which I pretty much knew that when I was writing it, I think. But anyway, we'll work on that later. Let's keep going. It is almost noon. I am tired. I've not been working for all that long, but I am hungry, so I'm gonna get some lunch. I don't know what I'm gonna get for lunch, but we'll get something and then come back to this. I'm struggling with like, I need to fix that middle section. I don't know what to do with it. So I don't know. We'll put some food in my brain and maybe that'll help it work good. Think of ideas, roll good big ideas. All right, let's get some lunch. Yes, I made salsa again, okay? Sue me. I don't know what about writing. I'm just like, I need salsa after this. So I haven't eaten anything yet. I'm gonna pull up a video and try to catch up on some of my massive YouTube to watch list. When I took that break from work between Christmas and New Year's, like I wasn't really at a computer all that often, and so I got really behind on all the videos from people that I wanted to watch. So then the week back, my first week back at work, I was able to pretty much catch up on all the videos I'd missed. because I like watching videos like while I'm working. And I was like, yes, okay, I'm all caught up. And then I got sick and I wasn't watching any videos last week. So now I'm all behind again. So I'm going to try to watch 1 or 2 of those for the moment while I enjoy my salsa. Lunch is done. I am going to get back to this. I think what I'm going to do is just keep going through the rest of the story, and I'm going to come back to this sort of middle piece that needs to be figured out. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of different things I could do in order to, you know, create situations in which the main couple is able to like get to know each other better and like grow closer together and all that kind of stuff. So I just need to sort of brainstorm it, I guess. But I'm just going to come back to it. We're going to leave it for the moment. And I did just hit sort of the midpoint. There's one piece that needs to change in there. And then I think that'll make the scene that comes afterwards have a lot bigger impact. Because, you know, like in a romance, a lot of times that midpoint is where like things are looking great and they're like in love or like really close. And then like the next scene, like everything goes wrong. So that's basically what's happening here is they get really close in the last scene and now there's going to be like a big reveal. One of 2 big twists in the story that hopefully will shock the reader. I'm going to keep going on this and see what I can do with my work. Alrighty, it's a little after 2 and I am definitely getting into like the last third of this, which is where all of the timing needs to work out very precisely. There's one issue that I found in this last scene I just read that is it's an easy fix, but it needs to be fixed. So there's that, but now I'm getting into like everything needs to line up right. Otherwise, there isn't going to be enough time to do certain things. So far, so good. I just need to pay close attention to like what dates things are happening to make sure it all makes sense. There's also sort of another little, I don't know if it's a twist necessarily, but it's another obstacle at least that's being put in the way of the main couple, and I need to make sure that like the pros and cons of the situation are clear, but also not be repetitive. There's definitely parts in here where I'm repeating the same information like a bunch of times and I'm like, okay, I get it, all right. So things like that can be cut out. I don't think I'm going to finish this today. I still have quite a like 10 more scenes to go, and I definitely don't have the energy to do that much more today. I've done about 10 already. So I think I'm just going to finish up the scene that I'm in the middle of working through right now. This is a pivotal scene. Again, like the pros and cons of different things need to be laid out carefully and clearly. And I don't know if I was quite successful in draft 1 here, so that'll need to be fixed up. But anyway, let me finish doing the notes for this scene, and then I might move on to something else. What will I move on to? I don't know. But something with a little less brain activity. So let me finish this out and then we'll maybe do some reading or something. All right, we are going to take a pause on that for today, but I did want to show you how I've reorganized my desk. If you watched my last vlog, you saw where I was like, I've got a bajillion books I want to read, and I don't have anywhere to put them. So I have a solution. I don't know if I love it, but it does work. So let me show you what I have going on over here. Oh, except first, you know how I was like, oh my gosh, there's so many books I want to read. Well, you know what I did? I obviously bought another book. Because that makes sense. It's Finding Water, The Art of Perseverance by Julia Cameron. She has a very extensive back catalog, which I was completely and maybe stupidly unaware of. She's the lady who did The Artist Way, that has like the morning pages and all that kind of stuff in it. I'm also reading through that now, I guess. But let me show you what I have over here for my little book organization. A new desk tour. So this I got on Amazon, and it's actually 2 pieces. It just like fits together. It doesn't even like connect necessarily, but it does work. I haven't bumped it yet, so that's good. And basically all I've got on here is my little touch lamp, hello, a little pencil cup, some candy, and some lotion. And then these are the books I'm trying to read through currently. So it's like my, or at least ones that I reference a lot. And then under here, I've just got my planner. I like having my planner out and open on my tabletop. And this is a nice little slot to sort of push it under, so it's not like in the way necessarily. So anyway, that's all I've got on there. Jade decided this was the perfect time to start chewing on a plastic water bottle, so apologies if you can hear that in the background. But the other thing I put over here is this little teal cart from IKEA. I've had this for years. It used to have my like scrapbooking supplies, and then it had art journaling supplies. There's Jade. And I've used it for a bunch of different stuff over the years. So I kind of cleared it out. It had some stuff on it that I just really wasn't using anymore. So on the top shelf here, I've got all of my writing craft books. Just all of them. So I put all of those here. In the back, I've got just like some slightly old scrapbooky stuff, stickers and things like that that I sometimes put in my planner or my journal. So they're easy to reach right behind there. Down here on the second shelf, I've got the rest of my history Regency books for easy, hopefully easy reference. Again, here's the dog. I've also just got a little tray in here with like the rest of the pictures from my vision board I didn't use. Some washi tape, like just some random kind of little stuff. But it also serves as a nice way to keep these books upright. And then finally, there is a third shelf. The third shelf is basically just supplies. I have my super old 2020 hard drive down here in case I need to grab some really old video footage off of there, some extra pens, extra tape, little notebooks, nothing fancy, some sticky notes, my paper trimmers back in there, so just stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I've got going on over there. It's work. I've had it set up that way for maybe maybe a week and a half. It's working pretty okay so far, so that's good. So I think for the rest of the afternoon, I'm just going to read a little bit, hang out, maybe do some laundry. Really thrilling stuff like that. I hope the first couple weeks of the new year have gone better for you than it did for me. But it's okay. We can get back on track and get back to working on things. My plan for this week is to go back to my original plan, which was to get up at 5:30 in the morning to go do writing. I did do that right before I got sick, like for 3 days. And then I got sick. So we're going to try to get back to that too on Monday and hopefully knock out the rest of the notes and stuff that I want to get done. And then we can actually go in and start making some corrections and changes. So that'll be exciting. I hope you enjoyed the vlog. If you did, give the video a thumbs up. And if you want to see more from me, I'm going to be posting videos on Fridays and sometimes on Tuesdays this year. So definitely click the subscribe button if you want to make sure to see those and hear more plastic crinkling bottles in the background of my videos. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll see you next time. Bye.